Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Wednesday's final video, or at least the final video that I will be recording in my classroom. So as you can see in the thumbnail, this video is going to focus on long division. 4-digit by 1-digit. The steps for solving long division problems: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and a remainder if needed. I'm going to add the words if needed to remainder. Remainder is the last step, but a lot of the problems we have won't have a remainder. All right. So 1,895 divided by 5. So we're going to start out by dividing with the smallest digit possible. The rule is that the digit you divide with inside the square has to be bigger than the digit that's outside of the square. So we can divide with single digits. We can divide with one digit as long as the digit inside is bigger than the digit outside. If it's not bigger, then we might need to use the first two digits. So I'm going to pretend these other numbers aren't here to start off. Now, we cannot do 1 divided by 5 because 5 is bigger than 1. Remember, the rule is the number inside the square has got to be bigger than the number outside. So 1 is not bigger than 5, so we do need to start off dividing by 2 digits. So I'm going to move this back. $18 divided by 5 we can do. 18 is bigger than 5, that works. So we got to figure out how many groups of 5 we can get into the number 18. So I'm going to count by 5s to do that. I'm going to figure out how many times do I need to count by 5s to get to 18. 5, 10, 15. Now if I count by 5 again, I'll be too far because the next multiple of 5 would be 20, and 20's too far. We'd be past 18. We would be more than 18 if I did another group of 5. So I ended up counting by 5 3 times. I got 3 groups of 5. So 18 divided by 5 equals 3. So that's the first step. We divide. Next, we multiply. 3 times 5 equals 15. Notice if you're not good with your multiplication facts, really all you need to do to figure out this number is look at the number you landed on when you skip counted. The last number I landed on was 15, so I know 15 is the closest I can get to 18. So we divide, we multiply. Next step is to subtract. So now I'm going to do 18 minus 15. Eight minus 5 equals 3. 1 minus 1 equals 0, so we have a remainder of 3 there. Or we have 3 left over. We don't know if there's going to be a remainder on this problem yet, but we have 3 left over. All right, so now I'm going to move it back. Next number. So far, we have divided, we've multiplied, we've subtracted. Now the next step is to bring down. So I'm going to bring down the 9 now. That 3 is going to become a 39. So now I got to count by 5, see how many groups of 5 I can get into the number 39. So here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now the next multiple of 5 would be 40, and that's too far. 30, because 40 would be more than 39. So how many groups of 5 did I get? How many times did I count by 5 to get to 35? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 goes into 39 7 times. So now we divided. Now the next step, we can multiply 7 times 5, or you can simply just look at the final number that you landed on when you skip counted. 35 was the closest I got to 39 without going over. So 35 is what we subtract. So 39 minus 35. 9 minus 5 equals 4. 3 minus 3 equals 0. So we have 4 left over. And now, the next step, we are going to bring down the 5. We're going to bring down the 5 now. So now the 4 becomes a 45. So I got to figure out how many times 5 is going to go into 45. So I'm going to count by 5s again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Landed right on the number 45, no remainder. Now, how many times did I have to count by 5 to get to 45? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I had to count 9 groups of 5 to get to 45. 9 times 5 equals 45. So 45 minus 45 equals 0. So there is no remainder. And we have our answer. We have our answer. 1,895 divided by 5 equals 379. Now, I do not want my phone to die, so I can't do a long basketball activity, but next 30 seconds, why don't I throw down some dunks off the backboard, right? Gotta tie my shoes. Always got to make sure your shoes are tied when you're playing basketball or doing anything exercise related, because you do not want to trip on a loose shoelace. All right, ready? Gonna go to the 10-minute mark. My mark is set. Go. Off the board and dunk. That's one. That's one. Ooh. Still at 1. Blew that one. I blew that one. 2. 3. 4. 5. Oh, good Lord. 6. 7. 8. 9. Time's up. I'm gonna end it on an even 10 though. End it on an even 10. 10 dunks to end the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, if you're confused on anything, please write any questions you have in the comments. Let me know if this video was helpful. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, if there's an area of math or reading that you're struggling with, write an example of a math problem or reading skill that you're having difficulty with in the comments, and I will do a future video on it. Have a great day, everybody.